Bwetyo bwe tutandise mutabani wa Moli n'abato Mirundi. Nze yense ekutte omuliro. Banka yatugyeko ssente.
It's not only World Bank.
World Bank yatugyeko ssente.
It's not only World Bank. Even the coffee you are trying to organize will be declared devilish coffee. Mu Ivory Coast mwalimu omuyekera n'awamba ebirambi bya Diamond. Diamond, blood Diamond, naye nga tebamugula. Even your fuel you have invested heavily in will be targeted. Even those who pass this law will be targeted. Akati the problem is that's where I don't catch me. Nze ebintu bya Uganda byonna mba mbimanyi era people wonder bw'obitegeera oti. I wrote a book
nange kyanneewuunyisa
about homosexuality.
Buno bwe baayisa etteeka n'ogamba nti abamemba ba parliament balemeddwa concentrating ku bibagasa.
Yes. Why?
Bali ku byabasiya.
The law was not brought in good faith. The law was brought as a cover up. Era gajjaga abiri lino na liri ne liyitawo unnoticed. Lino nibawakwatirako. You see, if you want to analyze society, sampling does not work in a society. A country like Uganda, you need to look at what we call the political, the body politic of the country. Otulia society amawanga eggwanga lya mwenga belifaanana. Where you find a country recaptured by the mafias, tukiyita state capture, eyo eba ndala. Amateeka tegaleetebwa kuyamba bantu oba gavumenti eri mu power. Galeetebwa kuyamba ba criminals abagirimu. In many cases. Bakapitalinga parliament, ne bakapitalinga court, ne bakapitalinga media. Kakati gwe ne kiba,
especially the media.
Yes. Kakati gwe mu situation where the state has been captured. Mufuna tewabaawo middle line. You're either with the mafias or with the homosexuals. Middle line is killed. Ndiwa middle line. Oba oyagala toyagala ndiwa middle line. You cannot in propaganda tuyina ebintu biringa bina. Very powerful. Ensi yonna efugibwa ku propaganda. Tegwe okola eminene etya lasa yota kubanga kugimalawo. Most of and people go and host these countries. Kitegeeza much of what you are reading about Ukraine Russian war is propaganda.
Yes. That's why they told us the whites are good at that.
Yes. Akati propaganda bwatuuka mu baddugavu abali galibo abalimbibwa amangu balwanyisa n'ekyali bayambi. Kubanga bw'oba oteekateeka propaganda when I'm making a propaganda campaign nsooka kukwata the people who matter. Banaddiini, traditional leaders, abanoonya obululu be nsooka okukwata nembatiisa. Whoever attacks this bill no money is changing hands. Kati a law ceases to serve a country's interest where you have a state capture. Tewaba middle line. Agoli musiya zigwe ekali kansiya.
Kasito wakanya.
Kansiya ge. But religious leaders ne babakwata. As a religious leader, I have to fight homosexuality without the consequences. How many religious leaders did, apart from theology, did economics? But you look what the course of religious leaders. Are they trained in economics?
I hear they qualify in theology.
Takati.
I don't know the ingredients of theology.
How can a religious leader support? Not support. We call it bandwagon. Why don't believe in bandwagon? Two. Reverse psychology. Very important in propaganda. I use you to fight somebody as if that somebody is an enemy. Muhozi yali akoze muhozi alina kibi ekiwala nga tukutidde amazambi gammwe ge mukoze ku ggwanga lino muhozi akoze eki. But you find many people fighting over muhozi kubanga bali babawa ssente n'entwe ne baziwamba. This is your problem. Kakati me I don't argue. I normally tell my relatives whenever we have a problem. Tekakati yo problem ebaddewo omwana obadde omwagala nnyo oyagala agende mu sister afunye olubuto bw'olugyamu n'afa bw'olugyamu era ne bamugoba. Kati look what the reality now. the reality kubanga bo kibasooka okukola Museveni center azijja mu basiyazi tayinza kulisayininga ne bamubula kameriringa This conversation with the president, a whole of parliament, you know, never did on Kitwara Amazi, or you muyita Kitwara Amazi, $1 billion never jimuwe. Abantu bonna benaale mu baganyo direct Kitwara Amazi, bali kikubaje bujja ne bakyasa omutogo okuliya sente. Kitwara Amazi ye yaleeta etteeka. Kitwara Amazi, muyita Kitwara Amazi ku bukoddomi bwe. If movement has enough members, more than 80%, none of them has agreed to bring the law. Kitwala amazi ku bukoddomi bwe, kitwala amazi ye yalireeta. Nali billion ya sente ne yefuula ekitalo ne bamu-inflating. That was a pointer. Why kitwala amazi when the movement has a even how many times have you seen a private member's motion going through? Why is it that these MPs belonging to NRM when you can do the Kitwala Amazi?
You know, let it take.
This was a pointer. Me, I knew. They look what a vulnerable man. A joker, Ennyo. But you never put in our name about Kakati. I take a dead damage. Had you take it, Mazima? Damage is according to the Kitwala Amazi, take it. So, what about to come up? What about and when I look at the Uganda petroleum industry, something is wrong, seriously wrong. I remember President Museveni addressed a summit of East African leaders and announced Uganda has discovered East African oil. East African oil.
Not Ugandan.
The Kenyans are exporting their oil. Who came later? Uganda. The president yabaga Mirundi yina. Agaffe tigasi muwangako. Why? Obutaka yajja wano. Nagamba wa sente ezigasimu. Eyaddayo we yasurvivinga Kkwo. Akakazi kasinatula ne kajja wano from Thailand. Banene bakawamba. Akakazi ka South Korea ne kajja wano. Kaganga kateeka mu sente. Ne bagawamba. You are just dishing, no camera is dishing out to licenses. I think Jacoban to the say. All of these companies that have expressed interest in Mafutagamu, Muinaga Saudi Arabia.
I got Matonoto again can agaba.
Truly tunda, unona tunda. Why? But you have a set of a gezi. They am some of Futagamu in Vatunda. Name Agamba. Tumugenda kola pipeline eve Tanzania eyingire nga temuyina muddozi mugisasule kuba Tanzania ina public land
mwe muina private
anti bonna baagulawo
buli wamuwe balina okuyita mwina okuliwa
standard age railway eye Kenya tuuse Naivasha but these are words of Museveni to fight the economic bottlenecks was Museveni's idea which likola
Nenga yabireeta.
Ebintu bikola. Era nze natambulanga ne Museveni. I enjoyed traveling with Museveni. Bwe bagamba ngati the next is the president of Uganda. Nga conference eddamu nekolaki. You see presidents with notebooks writing Museveni's ideas. At one time, we visited Nigeria. And the president of Nigeria, Yaradua, confessed to Museveni. Look, do you remember during the UN conference? Yes. Do you know why we asked to delay our speech after your speech? You had demolished whatever we had. When Museveni proposed, you were here lamenting about millennium goals. What did he expect to get millennium goals without the structures? You Africans, you believe in witchcraft. You sought to use your witchcraft to put in place what was required. Nigeria president of Nigeria yaradua yamuga nti ffe twasaba wamala okwogera ffe twali tuddako twali tukubye byaffe byonna ng'obikyo bikozesa. I remember there was another meeting. We went to PTA conference summit and Museveni was invited. He normally is invited as an outside speaker. The people insisted, Museveni. And they said, you be calm. He will address us. We have a space for him. We went to Zambia. After talking to the ministers and at a dinner, the man said, the former president, Rupia Banda, All of you get out of the room and leave it to my lecturer. We left the two of them. This is how Museveni is very powerful. Museveni has ideas that have not percolated. The only percolated between 86 and 96 before the coming of the mafia gang. Museveni revolutionized everything.
The mafia gang is as old as 96?
96, yes.
Seriously?
Yes. And in one of my books I write, Nembaga nti Museveni okuva mu nseko lwamubalanga transitional president. Museveni olutuuka mu Uganda agenda kununula South Africa, agenda Mozambique, agenda akadde mu planning. Don't you hear a statement made by Mbabazi nti Besigye has jumped a queue?
We had.
How can you have a queue in a democratic country? So it tells you that Museveni has been undermined for over 30 years. I think ababikola bali muki.
We heard that there was a queue. Simanya
how can you have
50 years plan that was changed to 100 years plan. All those things you have heard.
It tells you that Museveni has been undermined. And me I sympathize with him. Tibamu undermining kuvadda. If this country did not if Museveni was not undermined, we would be very far. Kubanga byonna byaleese. I wrote a book, Museveni the Revolutionary. He changed everything overnight without little resources. In fact, the first country he visited was Congo to meet Mobutu on the Dove Soyaling. He directed Otafire to go to Kigali to meet Habyarimana. And I remember Otafire asking, Your Excellency, there is no flight to Kigali. Flight to Kigali? Get a fuel tank and drive to Kigali. So Museveni with very little resources compared to today, he developed the country as a revolutionary. He developed the country. As the revolutionaries, the newcomers came to occupy with their evil motives. The country stagnated.
But people are blaming him for not doing anything throughout all these years.
What's the role of the president?
It is said that
you see,
all the roads, everything were done by Amin. What has he done?
Amin was a dictator. But why Amin nasigala one? But the moment you are excited about democracy, I tell you, Chigongo is one of the best speakers in this country. We shall never have him.
Haji Moses?
Yes. Why? He presided over NRC that was dominated by the Bush people.
I see.
With his humble education, because there was the constitution was suspended, part of the provisions. But Chigongo restored the order and ushered in a democratic system as parliament. Some want to be president, some want to do what, someone. So it is not easy to run countries that are developed by dictators. Yes.
Now for him, people
shares power. Even if Museveni didn't want to assent to this law, to become a law, parliament, your parliament, which is dominated by you, but he didn't know the schemes behind. Maybe he didn't.
Now eventually,
but nothing we are caught up. Like today, I don't want this whole barrel. We can live without the Bazungu. Okay, live without the Bazungu. Live without the Bazungu. What's so do you know? Hey. Yes.
Let me say,
close one of their embassy.
We had in the Bible where God destroyed 2 cities over the same thing. No. How does your Museveni think he can even do anything?
Let me tell you.
God did what he did and they are still here.
Who wrote the Bible?
I don't know.
The Bazungu.
Where it is the word of God.
The Bazungu. The only thing that came from heaven with the 10 commandments is there no Kusiyaga.
It is there.
Is there Kusiyaga?
Actually, it is here. Not even everywhere, but for us, we are concerned. So when it's concerned, it is here.
I laugh at these religious leaders of yours. If you go to visit Mirundi's home and you are Muslim and you are not a cannibal, and the man starts serving pork, he starts serving human meat, what do?
You leave.
You leave. because you cannot fight over with the host. Christianity came from Europe. The Europeans changed it, the mother churches in Europe change Christianity. Why don't you live Christianity? Live Christianity. Yes. But saying we have this withdraw from the global church and you go with your Christianity. What have you done? The West African proverb says, yes. I would respect a Christian Anglican leader like Archbishop Ziyamba to say, we have withdrawn and we have started a new religion. Then we are talking like this man who storms out of a dinner table because he cannot accept to eat pork, he cannot accept to eat human flesh. Then we are talking, but you don't quarrel with the host. How many changes?
He's the one who brought. He wrote those books.
How many changes have the Anglican Church globally effected? Initially, women were not ordained bishops. Because of, in order to attract it, the number of women, they ordained bishops. Women were ordained bishops. You agreed. They did what?
They ordained them,
yes,
and then you followed.
We came to Africanization, where the Cabanas, where the brownies of Namibia went back and replaced by Africans. Think, you agreed. Who is changing? Who is effecting all of these changes? The mother church in Europe.
The ones that brought the religion, you are against now.
They brought the religion. They are making new reforms, and they have not told you that to become a bishop of the Anglican Church, you must be a Messias. Not everybody in Europe is a Messias.
Yes.
There must be minority groups, but because they have the money, who pays the piper controls the tune.
Yes.
So, me, when it comes to religious leaders, I tell them frankly, walk the talk. Leave Christianity. Leave Christianity and come back towards the traditionalists.
Yes. But
even the traditional religion is changing. For instance, a woman in her period would not consult a medical doctor. But because of urge for money and the fact that many masqueraders, they put there Obuwasira, a certain medicine, which this woman cleans themselves and enter the shrine to consult by judge. They have also changed.
Yes. You know, the hard times require hard measures.
Even the traditional doctors, in many cases, people cannot afford back clothes. That's why people are buried in blankets. A back clothes is very expensive. But a back clothes, and they had the types. Wali olubugo lwa kimote, olufumbe, bakabagazi bayambala. Kati, in many cases, even Baganda are not buried. Era bakugamba ngafa Abaganda nga bakugamba. Ompita mugagga nkwata basezi. Because a Musezi used to retrieve the body, take away the back clothes and sell them back to the population. Kakati bateekako kakungulu kokka ku coffin. Things have changed.
Yes. Tebakyaziika mwezi omuzigo kimanya 20.
No. Kakati if you show my grandfather who was buried in 1923, ne grave ye giraba nnene basimanga 40-20. Atamanyi mpewo ye Magombe yatawa mu Fulubugo. That if you don't know that in Magombe, in the grave, there is wind, there is bad weather, you don't give mu Fulubugo. How many people now bring Embugo?
People contribute something.
Society changes.
They cannot even buy the back clothes.
Society changes.
But now, Mzee, the World Bank loans that were initially given before this, were they seriously beneficial to Uganda?
That's not important.
Would they even...
What does it mean? If you have a bad...
the population see the impact?
If you have a bad house girl who eats a kilo of your meat and you've been buying 10 kilograms of meat and you reduce it to 5, you will sit at the dining table.
Serious?
oba babadde sente babbanzi be kakati bagenda kubba kuzisigaddewo. And I'm telling you, even IMF is going to follow suit. You will see your MPs subject to travel bans. These bazungu wanted to tell you that you can change it, you cannot change the status quo. Yes, because this is constitutional. You don't I tell you, hypocrisy. Most of these rich people have their children educated out in Europe. They have families in Europe. Who can tell you that on his return, on their return, my children became homosexuals because we are living in a country of homosexuals?
No one.
No one. My neighbors are drunkards. There is a bar there. I quarrel with them about the hours. But most of these people who drink there are not from this place. No. It's going to be that some will buy time. These are robbers. In many cases, when I find people drinking in that bar, you see there near my Chikomera, I don't see ordinary people. They shout at me, pick my gun and close the bar. In many occasions. When you go there, but you don't find people of that place. No. Our people don't go there. They don't have such a money to drink for money. This is a hub for criminals.
And you worried? Shouldn't you be worried?
No.
To have such a neighbor?
When they shout, I call Okadenge. I've told them, you drink but don't shout at me. You found me here. I will close the bar. So what do? You will see your oil blacklisted. You will see your coffee you want to revive blacklisted. You will see your minerals. The only thing is that ours is smuggled by the underground world. You see, Uganda has a lot of minerals. Where are they reflected?
Yes. Where do they?
So
what
to
is
me,
the economic importance?
To me, we have already made a mistake. But me, I did not make a mistake. I predicted. I enumerated the key players that some religious leaders wanted to prove to the president that because of our stance on homosexuality, our coffers have been badly affected. So that the government takes over, paying but have you considered Museveni's government can be Christian? What if you get a non-Christian and find such an arrangement? The more focused state religion. Go to China. The Chinese have a Catholic church, but the cardinals and the bishops are appointed by the Communist Party.
Serious?
Yes.
They are not anointed by the Pope?
No. Even the Vatican doesn't recognize the Catholic Church in China. So, if we wanted to do something, they don't have a think tank. No, money. People borrowing. They should be shouting. Me, I look at them. Me, I don't quarrel with somebody.
But now,
today, somebody is dead. Find where to bury him or her. You sit down and see whether you can walk at the top. The only savior is Mwenda, who took the matter to court. And the judges, I know, they will timid or they will be blacklisted. And I was amazed, mesmerized, when I saw somebody were talking about private media denied. But they're targeting me and Mwenda.
Serious?
I'm going to give you a tape, a recording. Mwenda and Mirundi are becoming very powerful. Why? You killed the media. A media must be an arbiter, like a military. A media must be objective, but once you are paid money to malign Muhozi, and Muhozi's people reject your newspapers, because you don't assess how many people support Muhozi. It is a movement, a quiet movement, and Muhozi does not talk. Monitor is a sellout, is not the weekly topic. In fact, even Cheye, who gave them the first amount of money to start Monitor, he trembles in his grave.
I see.
You look at Buked. Bwabana akole embuti they target all the good musicians. Nagone ko duka nomero kuyimba baduke. Niko abantu akasije niko abantu nikolimira ku kwenzo nikalimira ku bantu bonna akasajja ako. Balika kubaga ka Rushengo. Rushengo bulaba atambula. Why are you selfish? If I'm not going to sing for you, leave my band alone. Nikajirimira kono nimutuko kukalinga gondi kasebone kalimira baje kubaga kwaso mutwe. If you want to organize embuti kezi. because these newspapers. How can a newspaper invest in a gala? They don't say.
Maybe it is a company policy.
No, they don't say.
To raise some money.
Hey, they don't say. But you cannot target somebody else. Me, what I fight mostly is marriage. Because I'm a victim of marriage. Trying to point you're going to do now. Do you know that Museveni gave me another money which somebody grabbed? Thinking it at one day. She must accept it to leave Muhoz. Need to leave Muhoz in Swiramas. That battle will be solved in heaven. I referred the battle to my traditional protectors.
Serious.
Ali table. Bana tambulya mukagari kale na kubebigenge nazireta. Yes. Ntinze ku Muhoz. The Baganda have a proverb. We have a practice in Uganda that when the robbers attack your home, and you make an alarm, and you hear people responding, Buma tujja. Is it when you open for the rebels? You have suffocated me for 10 years. It is not. By the time of 2014, we are celebrating 10 years of fighting. Where was Muhoz? Where was he? You underestimated my resolve to fight. I can fight another 10 years.
I see.
Nabe waffe ne bakubalwana na manto ne bakubejja ogwo ne bali kujjamu paka nga ssente bazireese. Anti yagiri ssente zange ozitwala n'ozijjawo nga ngenda nkaaba mu nsozi. Kankuwa ebyotonka kwera obusaana ng'obonaabona buli omu ng'akuddukako. Yes. So this is a situation evaluation. We evaluate situations. You have killed the media. Why are people coming to me for interviews? I said, I have public trust, I have predictions, and I'm independent. People ask, what will Mirundi do? How many times has Museveni pumped money in a new vision? How many times has he pumped money in UBC? Imagine. Continue. Without addressing the issue, a media must be credible. Your institutions are not credible. The only person who made the government newspaper sell was Pike. Nobody else. Abantu babatamwa. This is an open indication in the government abantu babitamwa. Ensi yabakyawadda mutudde ku ccupa
ng'awa ekiragiro n'amala n'akijjayo n'akisikayo.
Anti nkubulidde nti we are going to play this recording where they are targeting me and Mwenda. How can you target your former allies? How? Why is it the other day you had?
They are former. Hey. Now you replaced them.
Unuka ujoga nnyo. Buli gwojoga akudduseeko buli gwojoga unuka ejogo liyitiridde. Everybody will run away from you. Kana akatambi ke ngenda okuwa mulimu omulala ayogera. Why you humiliated us over Mirundi duwe naye ye mujjemu bano bamuwulire nga ayogera oba atutte naye balimutta balimukuba ne bamwasa omutwe ogwo. So this is not a battle between me. In fact, if they don't stop mentioning my name, I would be ignoring them. There are many issues to discuss, as you were saying. Twine byokuteesako bingi ku ggwanga lino naye balemeddwa okumanya nti emidiya bagyonoonye. Media yafuuka ki? Yes, kugula kujoga taluyina mawulire ge bukuba. In fact, let me tell you, today, if you want to sell a newspaper, you must understand the competing agents, social media. As you wait to publish a story in the morning, it is already on social media.
Social media
you must be able to analyze.
Has brought all
That's
the sides
why
of the same story.
The Nation newspaper has returned a weekly review, a magazine. Because in the magazines you analyze, it's not like an observer. You have never bought an observer paper. No, it's not weekly.
Observer used to be weekly.
I think it is weekly, but the way it is written is like a daily newspaper. The headline by the following it, the easy has been undertaken by other government. A situation has emerged, a different one. The way you write a weekly newspaper is not with the way you write a daily newspaper. They cannot change and you don't have the money. Why don't buy observer?
Well, that's why they accept handouts.
I
think the newspaper, that's how they normally accept handouts.
I read a few copies
from the so-called mafias.
And using my statistics and my knowledge about media, I saw that this is not the way a weekly newspaper or a bi-weekly would be written, published. Because you have time, we expect you. This man who is publishing a weekly news, a daily newspaper, has to rush to beat the deadline.
Yes.
So for you, you have enough time to investigate and give us a better
paper that has been critiqued and so on.
So they need, these people need. When I was in Makerere, there was a course called media management. I did it alone.
Are you sure?
Yes.
You attended the lectures
alone. It was the lecturer was Rugalambi. And people were arguing. If Rugalambi was working in the telecast, not telecast, it was called what? With Onapita and others. They had their newspaper which collapsed. So they said, what? But I said, this man is giving me ideas on media management. Two, when you read my book, The History of Journalism in Uganda, I tell you that by the time Pike came, I had 3 newspapers. What was the arrangement? The arrangement was that the newspaper vendors, they would forget them in their cars. A man finds a chairman. Does he remember your person? Pike changed all of this. Pike created a group of vendors attached to him. Pike brought in a fleet of cars that by the time it is 3 a.m. in night, midnight, you would see vendors selling tomorrow's paper in bars and night clubs. As a result, these Pike's publications, Book and New Vision, would arrive earlier where it is needed. And as a result, vendors stopped coming to Kampala because the Pike created specific areas where they could get these copies early. We needed the money. Pike brought colored printers. At times, we did not have even a single computer. We are using typewriters. So being a businessman, me, I withdrew. I withdrew from printing. I'm remaining with my books and the magazine, the New Times.
But now when you people who know the media run away,
yes,
this is what you, this is
and
what
I
you
knew
get.
the broadcasting, the liberalization of the airwaves. People became excited about programs. About people contributing it to themselves. It's common when somebody is contributing it to a program, either TV or radio, you hear the sound entering into the station. Why? They want to hear their voices inside the studio.
That back feed.
In fact,
when you don't remove the radio, still you want to hear.
That's why you hear the moderators complaining. The man wants to hear one woman, his voice, whether it has entered TV. And I tell you, these idiots, those who have studied journalism, I tell you that in 1923 in the United States, the rise of radio in America affected the print media. What the editors of the print media in America did was to deny TV and the radios their newspapers to read. In Uganda is a common practice.
Yes.
The drama actors
every morning.
But if I've already listened to a newspaper review, can I buy?
No. They have already told me stories I hear.
Why is it that Uganda newspapers are stamped, not stamped, punched?
They are punched. You cannot read before you buy it.
But the vendors, unknown to themselves, they can remove and open one newspaper. How much money does he get as a vendor? What he does, ajjako empapula nazitwala mu arcade ne bazisoma ku nnusu bibiri n'akola ki?
Serious?
N'agakomyawo. Anti ye kasita agasoma mu arcade 5 afunye 10,000. What's his margin on a newspaper?
Wano kyafuna ng'atuuze gonna.
2, newspapers don't have adverts. So they must be sensational. balina kuba ebyobusiru byonna ebyobusuka bukedde kyovula bakasajja ako kakuba abayimbi nekabula singa n'abayimbi bakenzo nabo bawa directives otumetamu temugasoma nekabula bagasoma n'entuuyaako kakomya obujozi kasebbawa kakoma okujooga abantu kadde mukubanyako mukakuba buli bwekajoze nemugamba nti tomutya gasoma kenzo naga tojja gasoma nomulala naga tojja gasoma nomulala naga nti entu ekaggwamu ejjooga eryo likaggwamu kabula abagasoma kaggwa n'entu yaako ne bakagobawo nibo nti bamanyi how to fight kakati bukedde akuba 10 atunda 10 what is it means it does not break even do you say an advert they are depending on this education advert and those education adverts are useless why they believe that every parent is capable of educating it omwana we why don't you turn it into textbook nebateekamu abasomesa n'entwe zaabwe n'entwe basic teachers where did you excel bring your leaders from the training institution that you are the best teachers nze tobinkwatiramu mu propaganda but apart from education adverts they collapse so what the president is saying denying he has already denied but denying pumping money in these institutions that have no following of the people is useless. Yes. You better deal with private institutions that and you know, the president should also be informed. I wish I was there. The president should be informed that when you get to companies like MTN, like Airtel, they have their agents who give out adverts depending on the following. There are certain programs where they insert adverts to get, because the intention is to get what? Customers. So you look at the program. Ugandans talk to listen to programs, and at times, if the two, because they have this stupid arrangement, from 7 to 8, they all have talk shows. So a person listens who is at that particular talk show, I can forego this. Or if he is tactful, he can record the other ones. When you used to be on NBS long time, yes, your time was the prime time. I could create of that traffic. Time. Yes. You could bring a lot of traffic. Nobody can live Kasimba. I left it. Is it a Ruomba? I see. My analytical experience to ask how you turned morning time into having prime time, because prime time used to be from 7, but people would wait at home. They had hidden television sets. Nanjoka tunenye mukubiriyondo mwaso omutwe ndo muletedde banja lya bilioni 10 nkoma wankuleetera lya 2 you know the media very well. I know the media very well. I'm an expert on media very well. Media njimanyi nti kati Ruto talina mawulire. Ruto has a problem of media. When you read the Daily Nation, you think that the government is collapsing tomorrow. When they talk about failure to address national issues, they forget that who left the country heavily indebted. I see. How will this man pay for the debts and then create a new atmosphere? Yes, that's to tax heavily the people. But the media in Kenya does not tell the population. That's why it's only Museveni who does not have. In fact, Museveni to inject money in a vision and where he has given them $1 billion to start Olumuli. An evaluation report would be done. Are these newspapers good? Do you have returns? Yes. On our investment? By the time I joined the newspaper, 1979, I joined the Mono newspaper. We had a monthly Kizito. We had for young a monthly Musizi, monthly magazine Musizi. We had Kizito for children, circulated in all Catholic parishes, mandatory. Every Catholic would buy. We had the calendar Yamaka, Amakiristu. These photographs were imported from Italy because Catholic families have their photos they admire. The Last Dinner, the Virgin Mary,
yes.
Amakama Tukuvu, Joseph, Jesus, and the Virgin Mary.
Used to have.
But eventually, when the Catholic bond collapsed, no collapsed. Yes.
I see.
He study, evaluate. Somebody should make a proper evaluation. But I think he lost the experience. Experienced journalists.
Now the ones that are there are what? They are not experienced or what?
You see, we are not talented in the same way. When I wanted to make a propaganda program, I know how I design it. So their aim now, let us fight Mirundi and Mwenda. No, create your own Mirundi. Mirundi put the first choice to you. You rejected him. You chased him away, thinking that you control him in your underpants. Mirundi left and will never return.
I see.
Kakati create another Mirundi. Ereke ekibalimu ababenale nti bloggers. The excitement of bloggers has gone. Why? Who knows the bloggers? What they are following
should be credible.
The discipline is bloggers
here.
It's not a name. Somebody must be listened to because of his output. Every ordinary person come to the media and says exactly the same. Some echo what others have said.
Yes.
Some listen to others. Some come with instructed information. The only person who is capable of disseminating information is Ofono. Never enemies of Ofono Bamutekako dent, a permanent dent, which he failed to fight back.
Yes.
Ofono did not steal underpants. No. It was a creation. Because the rule in that supermarket,
but they took pictures.
They mentioned
that they gave to newspapers.
The rule was that once you are caught stealing an item, they multiply it by 10, the price. Where is the receipt showing that Ofono was subjected? But whenever Ofono comes to talk, to defend, they invoke this. Two, Ofono is a human being. You find Lukwago driven in a 500 vehicle attacking Museveni. For you have not even been given money to take your children to school. Ask many.
The one who abuses the government.
Yes.
Is he highly funded?
Yes. Ask many NRM activists. When they go for these programs, who rings them that you have done a good argument?
No.
Maybe that's recognized intellectualism. No, you must be a hunting dog for somebody. Two, ask those activists, why, how come that when the time comes to go back to their homes, the person who has been criticizing in the opposition, defending the government, who takes the other back home, who has a vehicle?
The one of the opposition.
Yes. Address these issues. Don't take people to Chankwanzi. You have taken people to Chankwanzi. Chankwanzi is nothing. Chankwanzi can only help discipline institutions like soldiers. But you cannot use the senior for a paid person. You are not answering anything.
But still, Museveni, on what you're saying, people are wondering this money of Vestige is talking about, that they used to get money.
Yes.
You used to write long time ago that these guys are moles. And people are saying,
Now you see, NRM is fragmented. There is nowhere in an organized institution where Mirundi would become a target. A person who defends you, they sent to them, Joko, and Jamfukan, and Telekabuturis, God Gomon. This is when I commit, I make a blessing. With the devastating impact. Surrender my money or you continue fighting me. But in no peace talks, even in heaven, even God cannot reconcile us. Before to me, when there was a group of 100 people, there's only one person fighting me. Yes. So, unless you address these shortcomings in the media, the media has lost. People are not buying because
there are no sales in the media.
Yes, there are no sales.
People no longer trust.
They went to Agakani. At one time, monitor was collapsing. And the man called the rate Kakugure in the Centenary Bank pumped in 2 billion and left. Kakati, unless monitor Chijiria, etunuulira terina ba writers banalisi waliwo kabuga lubindi waliwo kalinaki waliwo no look what Sunday Nation professors but Ugandan professors don't write you don't appeal to the state you don't learn anything new but you read Kenyan Sunday Nation in Kenya a professor and it demonstrates his profession but he monitor
Ugandan professors
Ugandan newspapers praising Museveni.
I was reading on social media and they were comparing Bariamreva with this professor who draws cartoons in the monitor.
When you read reason articles, the bootlickers, this one will work. This one will work. You can stand up against what the bank. Bootlickers. You cannot sell a newspaper with the bootlickers. No, a newspaper is sold by individual people who bring new things on board. So by targeting me and Mwenda, I think they are making a very big mistake. By pumping more money in the media, the old media, this is the old media. The media must be overhauled. It's not money. You can start a newspaper without money. They started the monitor without money. The only person who had money there was Cheye. And the paper printed for them on credit until they sold the paper. The paper deviated from its ideals. And that's how we are here.
Serious?
Yes. You cannot force people. This is not enough. Even if the price of an item is reduced, it does not mean that people, you attract newcomers. Whereas if you don't take this is what they are saying, the way I look at them. Coffee, the question is, Museveni started Agoa. He went to former President Reagan and he said, Your Excellency, you are tired of African leaders who come here to beg. I have a business deal. Did Museveni benefit from Agoa? Other countries benefit from Agoa.
And it is only you who remembers it now. Uganda
is still having an advice on Agoa. They brought 4,000 girls. Nebabateeka mu kizimbe Gaddafi kyaguna ne bakimubba ebugoro. With Kananasa. 400 younger girls blocked the sewage, their pads blocked. They did not consult to secondary schools. Secondary schools, girls' secondary schools suffer this problem of pads. So the pads block the sewage. You cannot use 4,000 younger people. No research was made. No research made. Political rhetoric. When you go to India,
what is the role of those advisors?
Textiles are run by old women who don't have pads. The question of pads.
I see.
Yes.
I see.
You can bring Ssaako, you bring Simanye, entandikwa ya Kisamba Mugerwa, you bring what all of them fail. You start a new one without reviewing
you
what made the other one fail.
If all those have failed.
Yes.
This Myoga thing.
Because
is there a future when all of his projects
are being distributing? The Anglican Church brought to this idea: send the cow. It failed.
Send the cow. I hear.
Why? That one person, a group of women, bring water for that cow, and once it delivers, one of them takes the calf. Then what's the intention of a cattle keeper like me? To increase my herd.
Of course.
So it shouldn't be. This one, the milk is shared. Useless, it failed. If you want to plan it to change society, you use two people. You use group psychologists. They have them in the Makerere. You use mass communicators.
That is if they are willing to work for you.
If you are disputing cows, give them to a person who has dealt with the cows for a longer time. Now, when you bring these Frisian cows, why do we maintain our old cows? They are resistant to diseases. Frisian cows can only be managed by a rich person. Why? The only problem is advantage is grazing, and you add on ingredients. But what you can have a lot of milk, which lack buyers, and the processing is voluntary. It is full. Ugandans, those who are pregnant, and the babies, those are babies, will get milk. Where is the milk? Where is it? You go to the extent of mixing dust and beans appenyeza Bintu, give them to Mandela, business Mandela, and you see we're working.
but
Everywhere you go, your commodities.
I had a policy that
your commodities are chased out. Every country chases away your commodities.
I hear that on the school system, they're going to put milk compulsory for all children.
Unless a new spirit has done, Jesus has landed in Uganda. Unless Jesus has landed in Uganda.
That's when it will work.
You change the body politic. You change the thinking of the population. This is why when leaders take a power, they become popular overnight. They change slight things that the former leader failed to do. Yes.
Because you already
this is why I'm bad news.
Right.
I'm bad news to them. But what will they do? But I'm bad news to them. Within a very short time, Muhoze's enemies have seized the fight. Yes, 100 him. 100 them.
I see.
100 them. Fought my programs. Failed. 100 them. Preach the city. Preach your connection. One man is the army, and they have resolved not to talk about Muhoze again, to play him accountable. They are now. His Excellency Museveni must continue. Have you talked to God that he must continue? You've already undermined him. Shameless people.
But the Muhoze project, you have a wrong approach.
Yes.
Once someone wants to become a politician, people should talk about him.
Yeah. No.
Hey, why do people who talk about him?
Nobody can bring ICC issues. ICC is a criminal organization. It cannot reach its head in Uganda. ICC, where is it? Single-handedly. And Muhoze, unlike his enemies, he does not have resources, but he is loved by the population. Kati ejogo eyakolebwa president ejogo likubiddwa ejogo ne bali mujjamu kati aga nti awagira Museveni mumaze okwonoona yonoona okwonoona yonoona n'omuwanda mayininga ne mubba kino ne mubba kino is Museveni rehabilitatable? Is Museveni rehabilitatable?
Yes, I think there are people who love him. They love him because of what
does he have the muscle okujja gondi tumakawo omuzimu the body politic of Uganda. bamukolera bino byagundi. Let us destroy FDC. FDC is a corpus. Nobody is going to benefit from the corpus.
Are you serious?
They would better bury it because a man like me who takes time to think.
Is FDC a corpus really?
He is a corpus. Why? Do you need a political party now?
Of course there must be opposition to check on the government.
How can you check the government when it gives you money?
It is your government that has closed all the channels in which political parties can get money.
I'm talking about Uganda as a body politic. The body politic, a human being. When you get a call, opposition in Uganda take on and the people are not crying for it. Because a mere mention into what is the center of government would call a concern. Bazimunyi mwina muziria. Never bishopo, tarasola moteka konga twali motoka ya Museveni. Nabo bagenda yo, abashopo ba Buganda abange kanisi, abasasula emisala. Nabo ne bali asset. Kakati
okuja kaba byatutamye. Buli muntu tumusubira okubanga yaziria. Etwali asigaddewo.
Yes. Kakati ekitegeeza nti
from the state.
Waliwo omusajja bamuyita Martin Shikuku. I liked Martin Shikuku. To tell you how much I liked Martin Shikuku. In secondary school, too, I met Shikuku in his constituency in Butere, in Kenya. I traveled to meet this man because I was reading Kenyan newspapers. My brother was working in Kenya and was sending in newspapers to me, especially the Daily Nation. That's why I know Kenyan politics more than the Kenyans, many Kenyans. Shikuku, bakola Ford, gegenda kuba mwe, ngeyibula befudisi. Mwe, naita Shikuku ewekiro. Secretary General, ngoko kasajjako, akaka kananda la mafabi yawo. Simanyi na linnya lyako kyeritegeeza. Ali ka center akatazikuta. Kakati nibaita Shikuku ekiro. Secretary General wa Ford. As he left, Moi splashed photos indicating his meeting with Shikuku. The party there was a woman called Mwenda. Mwenda was a widow of a former Chief Justice whom Kenyatta killed. He wanted to swear in the then army commander after collaborating with the Idi Amin, and Kenyatta intercepted the message. And they were both in the second one in Mau Mau. Yes, where Amin was written off by the Bazungu, but Obote decided to use him, thinking that he was not clever enough to topple him. Ati Shikuku omukazi wa Mwenda yagamba, how can two men spend the night together? I'm a widow. Why didn't Shikuku come to me? They asked Shikuku, why did you go to Moi? To eat ugali. Ford split into two. 40 Asiri and 40 Kenya. And Moi won by 33%. And Museveni went there and told them, don't fight, you split your votes. Kakati wano mu Uganda tewali alwanira ddandala mafaabi oba alwanira Besigye. Besigye's problem nti avudde mu kibiina ng'akirekedde abaki abatamwagala. Takyasobola eyafoosinganga his way to go to Najjanankumu. Nadduka n'engala biine ku luno kijjembe yegiddusiriza. Ate Lukwago, every time Lukwago goes to law, invokes the law. The general of law. Has he picked the courage to challenge what happened? You know, everything is done politically. Legally, Kakati today in Uganda, let me tell you, a political scientist like me, a political scientist like me, with the natural intellect, Uganda is polarized into 4 regions. Polarized. The Westerners have been in power for almost 40 years. Highly educated, they have the money, they have the education and the wealth, and they know they are hated by other people. Don't see they don't know. So they know. We must protect. We must not like they have been in the power and they have seen examples. The Kikuyus went where they were split by Kenyatta. The Westerners are going to maintain NRA. No. 2. They will follow the Kana, give them a candidate. So when I joke about to tell you, young, even telling you, was a Mukutaka Western Uganda. When a brother Johnson, Aquala Mataga. What? A Duka. Telling popularity. The Westerners can have a block in election. You see, look what the statistics is. How many MOPs come from Western Uganda?
Here there are so many. Yes. They are almost more than other
you wait the census
that are bigger.
Wait the census and see the statistics from Western Uganda. And they are formidable. They have,
of course, they have had the resources for the last 4 decades.
Yes. And they can differ on accent, but they have Museveni can talk in all corners of Western Uganda using the Chinyankole. And they listen to him perfectly well.
And they can understand.
We used to call it Swahili word. So that one is a block of vote. Whoever wants to take a power. Northern Uganda, apart from Western Nile are stubborn. Why? Whatever Museveni does to them, because he hates Idi Amin. They have not reached the level of Idi Amin. At one time, was Minister of Health. Museveni directed him to put a certain machine in a hospital. He delayed his stay there for 2 days. It was installed. The Western Nigeria did not give him votes. No. Amini. He has given Amini's son a senior job in the military, in the world. They know. Omukazi yafumba bomu maka amanyi nti buno bujozi talina n'abantu 10 basobola kuyingiza mu yiso obategeera nti akafo kootuwadde tebulibujozi bakwatako ku power naffe tumanyi obayinza embagamba nti Muganda man when I invest you what the host can do kwe kukwata enkoko yonna n'aginteera ku lusaniya ayipiiki to avoid what? Singa oddira Omuganda n'omuwa ekifuba ky'enkoko oba omujereze It is boneless and is reserved for children. Omuganda najja apiikinga olusingosingo n'entwingiri n'atwaliramu nkoko nkulu. Is only you would do these things. Nkoko nkulu is reserved for the head of the family.
For the man.
Because if you split it, you split nkoko nkulu at one time and see what it resembles.
Yes.
Kakati when you visitor eats nkoko nkulu, it means he is a co-husband.
Serious?
Yes.
These days people don't
the gizzard indicates ali omugenyi. Omuganda enkoko yagiriranga ne muliraanwa we to test DNA. If you see a visitor given nkoko nkulu is a co-husband of the woman and you don't butter her.
It is a message.
It's a message. Kakati abo abasajja abaliko mu gavumenti bamanyi ebifo bya gavumenti ebikola ki ebyamakulu
obawayo akafu
bakabaka no the generals Tiamini yakwatanga loole y'omwenge n'agitwala mu West Nile nti basiraamu ne bazina kabalagala agonja ennaku ezi. Museveni has done a lot of things for West Nile, but they does not reflect in their votes.
But how does someone attract the votes of that bloc?
Abo ngoba wadde ebifo bye bategeera
bagala bwame kamanda
baba bimanyi kakati
boyeza bawo bwame kamanda
West Nile
abakwata ku
Acholi and Lango initiated the move. Abalango bagira mangu olutalo because the end of the Okero Rutwa government split the Acholis and Langis. In fact, the Acholis raided Obote Galus School, Obote secondary school, and left Galus there. They even burnt desks and the chairs.
Serious?
Yes. A fierce battle ensued between the Langis and Acholis. They fought over the post of Army Chief of Staff. Obote could not, the Acholis were complaining that we were dying in large numbers because the Langis were spared in the Republican House doing white collar jobs. This is why when Oito Joko died, Obote decided to appoint Simisa upon Achak, a Langi. He also appointed Lieutenant Kanu who the Bush of Luweero and 24,000 for 2 million soldiers to flush out Museveni for Ogole. Kakati the bitterness of denying Bazilio of Army Chief of Staff. Bakuba Simisa upon Achaka Mbuya, mwana bamwambula ne walajuwe n'amugwako nabane banoonya Brigadier Eriko dwa omulango n'amukwata n'amukulamu enjala bamigeje mutta. That's why the Acholis fled to northern Uganda. He intercepted the catch of arms that was destined for SPLA. They fought over small things. As I see these people, the family members failing to agree on who to succeed. Who allow you?
I think Muhoozi is better positioned to continue the
that's where
I'm not aware of
telling you Acholi and Lango are coming together, are joining the government. This is why Mao is going to be a powerful man. Mao
predicted that.
Yes.
When he was just
Mao is going to be a powerful man. Why?
For justice ministry.
The death of Olanya did not leave a powerful person standing in those areas. And why did Mao translate for the father? Yes. On a chuffi not one in a yoke, and you had to kill him. Doro. So you mean politics. Because Mao is going to be a powerful man. Is a friend of Muhoozi.
And there is a rise over Kenya.
As young.
Had you seen that
Kenya? Kakati Nkugamba, those are new arrivals. This time, Karamoja is peaceful. Because normally,
I'm not sure.
Once you pamper the Karamajongo, the Ritesos, the Karamajongo fight. Yes. But I think the Karamajongo have accepted their main concern is not to take power. The Karamajongo's main concern is peace. Kakati the Ritesos are in power from Peter Otai, at one time, or in Odomero's time, all police commanders from Soroti to Kampala were Itesos. Yes, they knew power because when Obote feared Mwanga, Paul Mwanga, who had decided with their choices to undermine Mwanga's powers, Police Wakasisi suggested to Obote make him a Minister of Finance. Obote said he will steal everything. The country will collapse with Mwanga. It was Wakasisi who humiliated Mwanga. Mwanga had captured Naire Mansions as his headquarters, where he was killing the people. Wakasisi Obote appointed Wakasisi in addition to his job as the director of was called what? And Minister of Tourism. Wakasisi said, I'm going to rehabilitate all the hotels. Force Mwanga out of Naire Mansion. To tell you the anger of Mwanga, Nagenda one day he interviewed. Wakasisi humiliated. In fact, the battle to remove Mwanga was started by Wakasisi.